3 дня назад Владимир Путин убил моего мужа Алексея Навального.
Yulia Navalnaya, the widow of the Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny, has vowed to continue his fight against the regime of Putin despite his sudden death at the age of 47. She has accused the Russian authorities of poisoning Navalny while he was in prison and criticized them for withholding his body from his family. Navalnaya, speaking in a video statement, declared her commitment to build a free and peaceful Russia, echoing her husband's vision. Navalny's death has sparked outrage both domestically and internationally, with many blaming Russian President Vladimir Putin and his regime for the incident. Navalnaya traveled to Brussels to address the European Union foreign ministers, urging sanctions against the Russian oligarchs supporting Putin's regime. Approximately 500 are entitled to be sanctioned if that happens. She also demanded accountability for her husband's death and called for international support in investigating the circumstances surrounding it. Despite initial crackdown on public display of mourning in Russia, Navalny's supporters continued to pay tribute to him at memorials across the country. Navalnaya has vowed to carry on her husband's work and promised to expose those responsible for his death. For those who don't know, Navalny returned to Russia in 2021 despite the risk of arrest and persecution. He was known for his activism and opposition to Putin's government, which led to numerous criminal charges against him. Navalnaya's efforts to retrieve Navalny's body has faced obstacles too, with Russian officials refusing to disclose the location and denying access to his family and legal team. The situation has raised concerns about the transparency and accountability within the Russian justice system. Navalny's poisoning in 2020 with a nerve agent, which he and investigative journalists linked to the Russian security service, highlights the danger faced by opposition figures in the country. Despite the risk, Navalny remained resolute in his fight against the regime of Russian President Vladimir Putin. The international community has condemned Navalny's death and called for a thorough investigation to uncover the truth. President Biden and European Union leaders have also expressed solidarity with Navalnaya and reiterated their support for the Russian opposition. Navalny's legacy as a prominent critic of Putin's regime and a champion of democracy and freedom lives on through his wife and supporters. Despite attempts to silence dissent, Navalnaya's determination to seek justice for her husband's death signals the ongoing struggle for democracy and healthy rights in Russia. Despite attempts to silence dissent, Navalnaya's determination to seek justice for her husband's death signals the ongoing struggle for democracy and human rights in Russia.
Subscribe to Oneindia channel and never miss an update.